I'll be right back. I'm gonna start this Madden game, and we're gonna come out on a dub with this 8-minute quarters. But just give me a minute.
We're in quarter number 2, and it's the Chiefs who are in possession of the football.
I gotta win this one.
Mahomes going to throw. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes now to throw. That one caught by Rice. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Mahomes again. And the catch made by Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Yeah, and then we're not even blocking that. Or
Travis Kelsey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
I'm redoing this. I'm not redoing it.
I'm just
getting back into this match.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
But if I lose one, whatever.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
2 games I haven't.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So not the greatest of first halves for them, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. That's caught by Myers. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. A number of great games coming up this holiday weekend. Of course, we begin tomorrow. The second ever Black Friday game. The Raiders, Chiefs from Arrowhead. Even more good matchups to check out in the late afternoon window. A 4 o'clock start up in Baltimore, where it'll be the Ravens taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Finally, on Monday night, Cyber Monday. Put the credit card away and settle in for the Browns and Broncos from Denver. In the first half, we saw some strong play from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
Running up the middle. Or I should have did outside run, but all right. I'm gonna defend that defense.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made here at the 36. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Richardson. This is White on the screen. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Oh,
and we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Laube. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8.
He's going to be out for a couple of weeks.
Now it's Richardson. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Richardson looking to throw. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Off play action. Richardson keeps himself upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Open man right side, Myers. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Working from the gun, Mahomes. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now Mahomes. Open man right side is Rice. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. There's the stiff arm. Oh, and now some space to operate. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Hey, 57, 57. Hey, 57, 57 colors, 57 colors.
Now here's Mahomes. That is
No!
For a Chiefs touchdown.
Come on.
A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Chiefs have opened the lead up to 30. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
You didn't have it. You didn't have it. Send it back. What?
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And they have had problems getting the running game in gear as we look through some of their attempts from earlier. They have just not been able to match the physicality that this defense has shown, and their lack of success on the ground is a direct reflection of that. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Again, it's Laube. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. They'll run with Laube. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A carry here for Laube. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Richardson off the play fake. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
No.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
How you throw a pick right there, man?
And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. Now Mahomes gives to Hunt, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Rice. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
Let's go.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. This 2nd and 4. Going to run with Madison again. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No. What's that, dude?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. In motion, the tight end. Richardson looking to throw this. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
No.
It's intercepted again.
Another pick.
3rd of the game.
Come on.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt.
Let's go.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Mahomes now to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Handoff up the middle, Hunt.
Oh, come on. How am I going to stop him, but he's going to get pushed into? Come on, you guys. Come on. I stopped him.
Now to add the extra point.
40-47. That's crazy.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
You guys, what are we doing?
5 plays there on that drive. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run.
What are we doing? Richardson, what are you doing? I know what I'm doing, guys.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Raiders offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. This goes out wide from Madison. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. He's got Thomas yet again complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance.
Better than, or he had cover 2 and then cover 1. I was in. I should have did that more. But also, on offense, I was bullshitting. Come on. I should have been running the ball a little bit. I need to do more fullback runs. Wear down that defense, especially against the Chiefs and shit. Who's hurt now? Oh, yeah, White. White's hurt. No, White's not hurt. Alright, dislocate 2 weeks. Oh, wait, he's on IR, so 3 and then 4. Alright. Jordan and the fucking D-line. Let's go. Let's go. Week 14. Yeah, I do gotta do the half pads training, cause damn. Oh, that is half pads. What's? Oh, it's both half pads. What? What? Alright. Since he's that, we're gonna do that there. Yeah, I only got Divine. He's at just a 76 overall. I need to get him just a tad bit higher. He needs to be like a 78 or an 80 before we can start. I can start putting work in on defense. With him a little bit more. Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, no, he looks ugly. And that is not how Divine even looks like that. Divine don't even look like that. Alright, week 14. Let's go. Yes, it has indeed. Or yeah, I'd be open to it. Fuck it. I can commit to that. Yeah, he's not bad. Fuck it. He is not a bad player. So we just had him in the game. Like what? Let's go. Oh yeah, I did not pay attention to the scouting. So let's see. No. Get the AFL unis. Let's go.
It's week 14 of the National Football League, and the focus is on Jacoby Myers. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Raiders and the Buccaneers. All that and more coming up next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off from Tampa. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick, who unfortunately had that rookie season cut short at just 4 games. Good to have him back from Florida, Anthony Richardson.
And Kate, you don't have to look beyond his performance last week as really a root cause of their loss. I'm not saying the only cause. Others certainly had a hand in it too. But you aren't winning a lot of games in this league or any league if you turn it over 3 times without a touchdown to counteract them. A lot of room for him to improve this week.
Drive starts with a carry by White. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of down.
You get a ball
Only one
first.
play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
They're 8-4.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Well, this late in the year, Brock, just about every team in the league, as we all know, is battling some injury woes, and these guys are no exception.
It's an unfortunate byproduct of any sport, but especially the trauma involved in this sport. You're going to lose guys over the course of the season, and the later in the season you're dealing with injuries, the more the depth of your roster is so tested. And now it's time for those lesser-known names to make their name.
Sticking with Laube here. And we just
Boy,
saw
I'm
this
gonna
movie.
lose
They
yards
stopped him
right now.
again at the line. Pushing the pace right away to start the game. Oh, quick throw here, left side. And he's all the way home.
Let's
Touchdown,
go.
Vegas. The Raiders finish up an excellent opening series. Carlson good on the extra point. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Oh yeah, it's week 14.
He finds one of
now,
his great
y'all.
receivers,
Now
Brock,
week-
and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the 7th-year pro, comeback player of the year contender last season in Baker Mayfield.
Hey, it wasn't a banner game you had last week, stuff in the stat sheet, but still one that falls squarely into the good territory. Had a couple touchdowns to make up for the one interception, and his effort was enough to be one of the pillars in their win, and certainly some momentum to build on today.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set. Set. Watch out.
Baker now off the play fake. That pass complete to McMillan. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
Watch out. Watch out.
Baker now from the gun. Finds his man. It's Godwin. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down.
Set. Watch out. Set.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Set. Watch out. Watch out.
Throwing again is Baker. On target to Godwin. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Set. Watch out.
A tight end in motion now.
Set.
Shotgun handoff to Irving.
Oh,
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Raiders ready for another drive on offense as Jacoby Myers heads out. And in the closing stretch of this season, right now he is poised to finish as the league leader in receiving yards. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game. Offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that 1st down flag. Throwing now, Richardson. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Coming left is White. Blast through midfield. And he's finally hauled down at the 43. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Raiders first. Now the give to Laube. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Tackle made by KHRMW. Offense to the line for 2nd down. On the ground, it's Laube again.
Oh.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackle made by KHRMW. 3rd and 4 coming up now. A give, this to Laube. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
And he's caught behind the line for a
all the way
loss.
to the outside.
And they can go ahead and stay.
Yeah, there was no need to spin there.
Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Short side option here. He's running left. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. 3rd and long. It's Richardson. It's into the hands of White. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Fourth and 14. Let's see if they've got some magic in them. Trying to throw for it with Richardson. Finds a seam down the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the 1st. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He gets this one to Myers. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Richardson.
No.
Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone.
I'm running pick. How am I going to pick? Come on, y'all.
The mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they roll.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Irving here from the gun. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. And it's a nickel look by the Raiders. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Buccaneers out and into punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Short drop, but he still gets away a very good punt. The return begins on their side of midfield. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. He's kind of touched out in this game, as we see now, where that helps land him among the NFL's leaders in that category. That one's cut along the left sideline.
Let's go.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Connects on the crosser. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They'll come up 1st and 10. The give now to White. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. A 9-yard rip on the ground there, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. It's the Raiders looking at 2nd and 1. Here's White again. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside. Defense.
Got to the end zone with a free play, so they will, of course, decline offsides and take the points. Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. Mayfield now from the gun. Hauled in by Godwin. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. First down, here's Baker. This one finds Irving.
Let's go. 2nd and 11, bitch.
Well, if
2nd
they
and
were
11,
concerned about
bitch.
losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Let's go.
And that's
What
nearly
a kick
intercepted, but
Crosby, you
couldn't
guys
hang
should kick
on.
that shit.
Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down. Baker throwing again. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Come on.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Secures this at the 17. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Raiders and running back Zamir White returning to the field. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be Raider football. A give to Laube, running left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Going to the ground again on first. The ball's out.
No.
The ball's out. He lost it. And the Buccaneers scoop it up.
Come on, Lou.
And they limit the damage on the return, but it is
How you
still a
gonna fumble
turnover.
that shit, man?
We'll see how they choose to use these
I
final
hella
22
need
seconds,
you to
Brock,
hold
of our
on to
first
that,
half.
honestly. Hella need you to do that.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. He's got Godwin working that sideline. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 38. Finds him over the middle.
Drop it? Nope.
And he'll pick up
Drop
enough
it?
to move the chains. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Baker. That pass complete to Irving.
Drop it.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You drop it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Mayfield to throw again. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted.
Pick.
Picked off by Marcus
That's Epps.
Epps. And the Raiders get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
He's on the move. That's brought in by White. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. So at halftime, the Raiders fighting to an advantage on the road. Now we'll keep it in the state, but send you a couple hours away to our buddy in Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Jaguars who have the lead in the second quarter. Travis Etienne.
We'll catch up with the rest of the league later. Let's go right through halftime and on to the start of the third quarter.
And we are going to defend medium pass.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. The Buccaneers getting their offense set to go to begin the third. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. 1st and 10, it's Mayfield. That's caught. It's Cade Otton.
Come on.
And he'll get
Come on,
taken down
Devon.
after
Make
advancing
him
this
fumble
to the
that
37.
Make him fumble
2nd and
that.
3 now.
Come on.
Here's the give to Irving.
No!
Hey, up the middle. It's a breakaway.
I just got duked out. The whole team just got duked.
And in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
No!
The Buccaneers cut into the lead coming out of halftime.
Okay. 7.
McLaughlin's extra
I just got
point
to
is
run
up
this
and
ball.
good.
He's gonna run this game.
And the Buccaneers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This return starts at the 5.
I
He's
missed all
stopped on
those.
the return at the 27.
Come on,
Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Inside handoff goes to Laube. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Come on.
Now Richardson to throw. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll give this up the middle to Laube. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
We're getting a lot of yards.
Now Laube. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. right, trying this straight ahead. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Official signaling for a timeout. It's taken by the offense. A give to Laube. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line. That's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They're set up at the 35 now. Here's Laube. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Offside. Defense.
Offside,
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
Ball start. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're trying an option play, left side on first down. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. From the gun, Laube. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with third down and 6 to go.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Richardson on third. That's caught for the first. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Dump off to his fullback. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. In the middle holds, they don't get anything on the run. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. Richardson. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders push their lead further to start the half. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Baker now from the gun. That's going to be caught by Evans. Decent gain here, but short of the first. 3rd and just 2 to go. On the give, this is Irving. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
And that hit right at the 10. Somehow, though, got a wicked bounce and makes it into the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. It's Laube on the carry. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Sticking with Laube here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Trying to work quickly now. Play action with Richardson. Got a man, it's Thomas. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Here's Richardson. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They're going play action. Catch is made down the right sideline. A gain of 27 yards there. And that's good for a Raiders 1st. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing them.
Here's Laube on the carry. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside. Defense.
Let's go.
Got to the end zone with a free play, so they will, of course, decline offsides and take the points.
That penalty is
Carlson
declined.
now to add one more. And it's no good. Flirted too far from the right upright. They don't get the PAT.
Okay, it's all right, yeah.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Got Evans. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Completes this one to Otten. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Good. Season rank 22, points allowed. Today 7. Like, only one touchdown, and I think every other game we were just straight trash.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Mayfield thrown out of the pistol.
What was that?
That pass complete to McMillan. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get it back to within 2 possessions. Jalen McMillan with the touchdown. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers drop the lead back to 13. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Raiders and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Drive starts with a carry by White. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They gain 14 on the play.
Come on.
And that's
Come
good
on,
for a
White.
Raiders first.
Come on, I need you.
Again, this is White. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Offside. Defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still first down.
A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down.
Here we go. Check, 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 check. Head the street. Go.
Off the play fake, here's Richardson. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. 1st and 10, it's a give to White. Has a big hole left. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Has them the touchdown. The Raiders have likely locked up the win right there. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another. And the fortunate few are
No, he drops the pass.
You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way. And it leaves 2 points on the table.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Mayfield on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 33 on 2nd down. He'll dump this. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out.
Let's go.
And the Raiders get to it.
Let's go.
And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up what's ever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
1st down, ball at the 36. First play of the drive, and he takes it. Oh, the football's loose. And this is going to get short, but the defense forces the big play.
Richardson.
Well, that didn't take long, Brock.
What are you doing?
And they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
First down, here's Baker. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
At the end of the game, we are winning this.
Trying to find Mike Evans with that throw.
And
now they face second down. Throwing again is Baker. That pass complete to Irving. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, you know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on one.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QB sneaker in the game, but he was one of the great screen masters, too. He understood how to sell a screen, draw those defenders to him, and like the QB did right there, sometimes they'll even tee off and you get the penalty.
Finds him over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the net. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Regular. Got.
Mayfield to throw again. Catch is made in close.
Damn.
And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Could have got in there.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And the Raiders are able to secure the kick. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. Now, a great way for the offense to start the drive, Brock. A free 5 yards, and now a much shorter first down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They motion the tight end over. Working inside the red zone. That's cut at the 4.
Let's go.
And he's going to reach the 6 before he goes out. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
Here we go, Shaq. Go street. Trap 60.
Richardson back to throw.
No.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed.
Come on, they ain't coming back. They ain't coming back.
Part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning.
33-21. Come on, y'all. Come on.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Pressure coming. Baker. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Throwing now. Complete beyond the marker.
Come on, y'all.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You got two timeouts.
Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. 1st and 10. It's Mayfield. McMillan hauls it in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. He's got him. That's McMillan. Give him a full 40 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Markers reset. Ball at the 37. Baker throwing again. This is caught by Trey Palmer. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Tampa spends its second timeout now. From the gun, Mayfield. Got his target, it's Otten. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. Short pass brought in. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal.
We stop him right here. Let's go.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Mayfield with a blitz coming. And only just he's got it for the touchdown, and there's still a small
He was out.
chance, Brock, that this
He
one
was
is
out of
over.
bounds. Fuck that shit. He was
They
out.
definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We
Yeah, he
hear it
was
all the time,
out.
but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about
Well, we knew this was coming. All
Motherfucker.
touchdown.
Or no, they're gonna. No, it's still
So the
touchdown.
celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers trim the deficit down to 5. With 40 seconds left, you have to think part of this game comes down to this onside kick. And the Raiders able to cover up the onside try. That seals up this game.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
All right, I see.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid. Now hang on, they want to take another look at this play. And a very important call coming up late in this game. Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting the football. And that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
After review of the play,
got the first
ruling
down.
on the field is reversed.
So upon further review and a consultation from Game Day Central, the call overturned.
Let's go.
So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one.
Game.
And even fighting that dreaded body clock with a West Coast trip, they played their game. They're taking this victory back
All
east
right,
with
give
them.
me a second, y'all, and then I'm gonna start the second Week 14 game, and I'll be back. Let's see if we can get another. Let's see if we can get another.
That does it for another
Okay.
broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Raiders winners. As with that, we sign off from Tampa.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And the focus is on Jacoby Myers. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Raiders and the Falcons on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the rookie from the University of Washington.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down as he gets it up past the 35. Looking to throw, Penix. And the Raiders have got him. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 3rd and 12. And looking to throw, Penix. Buying time to his left. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So the Raiders backed up here to begin their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. First carry of the game for Zamir White. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for White a week ago, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. First down, here's White. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They keep it on the ground. White again. 7 yards there and a first down. The Raiders at 5-8, 3 games under 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. First carry now for Alexander Madison. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. There, Richardson back to throw it. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 15. So the ball changing hands on the interception. But meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play. They'll throw with Penix. This pass left side to Downs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Here's Penix. A quick throw there is incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. To the air, Penix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. On now to punt, here's Bradley Pinion. Taken from just outside the 30. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The home team's offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their 2nd possession. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Richardson looking to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now it's Richardson. It's Myers again with another catch. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that last throw not going to count for much in the grand scheme of things, but it does move him over 3,000 yards passing for the season. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Richardson to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Myers. 3rd and 4. Now Richardson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have it here just past the 25. They'll go play action here with Penix. This pass is caught by London. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Another 1st down there.